How you doing? That's what I'm talking about. Wow, hello, home audience, wherever you are. It's thank you so much for tuning in to this little North Country Fair celebration live cast. I wish you could see what's happening behind the scenes here, because I pretty much feel like I'm at NASA, like Cape Canaveral or something. There's such a circus of high-techery happening that you wouldn't believe it when you just look at this and all you see is North Country Fair. Here we are. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Scott Cook. I'll be emceeing this wonderful gathering. We got a jam-packed lineup of talent. It's going to be amazing. I want to do some cool hand signals with people over there to make sure that we're rolling and everything's good. Are we good? Yeah? Okay. Cool. The sound of me in the past is what's confusing me. Don't you worry about that at home, folks. We've got it all under control. Our first act, I'm happy to welcome you to the stage now if you're ready to play. Yeah? Oh, God. We got such a great lineup of talent here this afternoon, and no more fitting person to kick it off than an old friend of the fair. She's played there many times. She's got mad love for the fair. The fair has mad love for you. I gotta say, the fair has mad love for you.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, oh man, imagine if we were like on a stage and all these people were here just like wide-eyed and dancing around with hula hoops.
I feel it.
We'll just have to pretend. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, visitors and guests, friends, most importantly, please welcome Zadika.
Right on. Thank you, friends, so much. Before I kick off my set, I was asked to start us off with a land acknowledgement. I'm going to take off this super sweet North Country Fair cap so that I'm fully visible. So when I was asked to do an acknowledgement, I really felt like there is so much to acknowledge right now. And this affords me a really great opportunity. So first I want to acknowledge the summer solstice, a celebration across our hemisphere that signals new life, transformation, and light. We need light so much right now. I feel the need to acknowledge our sacred Mother Earth and the plants, insects, and animals that show us the balance of nature and the nature of balance. The land that we're coming at you from with this live stream is Amiskwaci Waskahigan on Treaty 6 territory, otherwise known as Edmonton, Alberta. I'm proud to make my home here. And I'm really humbled to know a small piece of the history that makes this land a really special place. Among other things, it's a historical and current gathering and trading route for many Indigenous peoples, including the Cree, Dene, Blackfoot, Nakota, and Stoney peoples. Their relationship and stewardship of the land is an ongoing inspiration and an influence in my attempts to live in right relations with others and with the land. Speaking of the land, I want to acknowledge Driftpile Cree Nation up in Treaty 8 territory. That's where North Country Fair takes place each year. I know the love, the appreciation, and the admiration that the North Country Fair community holds for that community up there. And I ask each of you to hold them in our thoughts and actions at this time. When systemic racism and injustices targeting Indigenous brothers and sisters continue at alarming rates, each of us has a stake in community safety and accountability. I also need to acknowledge the ongoing brutality, violence, and criminalization faced by Black people across North America. We know that this is part of a legacy of prioritizing and centering whiteness that our country was founded on, and it has seeped into every system and strata that we engage with on a daily basis that some of us don't see and aren't impacted by. And while this might not be considered festival talk, I believe that it is fundamental to examine these realities in every corner of society, including and maybe especially our music communities and cultures. I believe that this is the responsibility of artists to make justice their business and love their anthem. So I invite you all to join me in committing to these principles in our creativity and in our community making. Many of us who have felt like weirdos and outsiders have found belonging and kinship at the North Country Fair. And even though we can't all be together this year due to a global pandemic, that need for community care and connection is greater than ever. So please keep that fair spirit alive by continuing to welcome strangers to your fire and offer humble gratitude to the helpers, volunteers, and art makers who keep us going in such difficult times. Be safe, be good to one another, and happy fair. I might cry. And what a blessing. I wasn't born for a world of hate. Don't debate about the truth, action. Why do we wait? Don't be irate about the apathy of others. Resistance lies in solidarity, all colors. Cause freedom is inherently connected to my brothers. Dangers that exist also seek to harm my sisters. Freedom, fight or flight's my future, my history. Back on track, I'm blistering. Dignity's no mystery. Wasn't born to make you love me or agree. I got an inner motivation, altruistic philosophy. I cannot shut up, watch my mouth, I spit awesomely. Get in line, it's not about you, you're not the boss of me. Let's build a bridge together, share what the cost will be. True cooperation means no shit might colostomy. Find and discover something that was lost to me. Don't spread your ugly honey, compassion's free. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. It's a better way to spend my energy. Strategy, suspicion is messing with my direction. I'm too old for your conclusions, too tired, your drama's confusing. It's not about winning or losing. Poison's easy to spot when it's oozing. You got a choice, look what you're doing. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. There's a better way. I wasn't born alone, don't make me a monster. I got a killer instinct I'm trying to foster. Kid, sister, worth so much and then you tossed her. Keep your hands to yourself, lied and lost her. I wasn't giving till I gave what I love most. I wasn't living till I saw my death up close. What are you willing to give up before you go? I don't love politics, but I'm damn political. Strategy, suspicion is fucking with my direction. I'm too old for your conclusions, too tired, your drama's confusing. It's not about winning or losing. Poison's easy to spot when it's oozing. You got a choice, look what you're choosing. Share little words hurt, watch how you use them. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. Is a better way. I'm not concerned what they say. I'm not concerned what they say. It's a better way to spend my energy. Oh, there's a better way. There's a better way. There's a better way. I'm not concerned what they say. Better way to spend my energy. Thank you. Bears in the house. This song's called Bad Is What It Takes. It's unreleased. Mistakes. We're good at being bad. Sometimes bad is what it takes. We're drawn just like cartoons because a woman's only curse at you. They want us to be soft, but they don't know what soft can do. Soft can roll with the punches, go with the flow. Every time they switch directions, I get critical, swerve out of danger. Quick little reflex, tearing down the walls and kicking out the rejects. Pay no mind to people trolling on the internet, making everybody miss the point, got no secrets. I'm only in control of my own body, talking decent. Though you know, dialogue will get us to peace. I can't feel. I know how to walk away, and that's real. I know how to go, I know how to stay. I can still feel. And that's real. I know who I am at the end of the day. Politics destroying any sense of self. Lying on the inside and it's coming out your mouth. You've been sold so many alibis, you're starving for the truth. Trust is hard to take and give once removed. I'd summarize what I've just begun 5,000 years ago. When I'm with my family, my laughter turns to gold. Pretty soon I'm gonna learn to be invincible. Grow a thicker skin, get on with my girls. Slow down, little slinky, don't stop, just slow. We're gonna take a breath, then let it all go. I can still feel. I know how to walk away, and that's real. I know how to go, and I know how to stay. I can still feel. It means I'm gonna be okay, and that's real. I know who I am at the end of the day.
Never go through life holding grudges. The best thing you can do is be a better you.
All right, this is my last song. This is a big shout out to North Country Fair and this beautiful season. Happy summer solstice. Summertime's just around the corner, and I wanna be clear. I love winter, but I'm glad spring's here. I miss the way the wind gets warm in my ears, and the buzz of the birds and bees is all I hear. Summer sunshine where my freckles with pride. I'm leopard fringe on the out and inside. Even when the sun's up, the stars don't hide. Hot on my backside, eyes open wide. Arms to the sky, so beautiful I cried. Down by the seashore, waiting for the tide. My mind's in the clouds, daydreams divide. Don't take a nap, just enjoy the ride. Give me summertime, I'll be there in a hurry. Stretch my smile lines, don't you worry. Just embrace it even when it's stormy. Don't avoid the roses just because they're thorny. Of summer under a tall tree. So sunshine. Summertime temperature, hot like mercury. Shish kebab, food for thought, but it don't come free. Summertime's coming for you. I can't be anybody. You were sitting tight, trying to light up the party. All the stars in the sky falling for me when it's sunny. Follow me the way we see. These know how to find the honey. We'd never know what sunshine meant. You will wonder where that summertime went. Summertime's just around the corner, and I wanna be clear. I love winter, but I'm glad spring's here. Wish the wind's warm in my ears. The buzz of the birds and bees is all I hear. Find me out in the summer streets, born to be wild, live to be free. Hear the bird calls, listen closely. Shades of summer under a tall tree. Thank you so much. Love you all dearly. Be safe, be well.
Zadika! Zadika! Shades of Summer. Wow. So cool. So cool. Thank you so much for that opening acknowledgement and dedication. That was beautiful. And you mentioned welcoming strangers to your fire, and I think that is what the North Country Fair is all about. Yeah, such beautiful words. Thank you for that. Friends, if you're watching from home, thank you for tuning in. Welcome home. We all wish we were up on the land together this weekend, but so great that we can connect in this way. And I have a huge amount of gratitude to Tyson and the whole crew here at the Starlight Sessions for making this thing happen. Thank you so much. I'm just going to do an informal poll of the rest of us. Who here has any idea how to do like all this complicated technological wizardry that's happening right now? Okay, yeah, that makes none of us. Yeah, sweet. I'm telling you, it's like a spaceship back there. Is this the bridge? You guys, is this the bridge right here of the Starship? Yeah. And this is what's this here? This is like engineering? Is that what the guys wear when they go down to the planet? That's the guy who's not coming back, eh? Oh yeah. All right. Well, listen, I've heard more than enough of myself talking, and I'm so excited to hear from this next artist because it's been a while since I heard you perform. Our good friend Shima, who you may also know as Dwiniman. Come on up. Make it happen.
Right on. Thank you for the lovely introduction, Scott. I'm Dwiniman, a.k.a. Shima Robinson. I have some poetry for y'all today. I'm just going to jump right into it because that's what we're here for, right? This first one is my introductory piece. In case you haven't heard of me, this is a little bit about myself. And I hope you enjoy it. It's called Instrumental. The pen was instrumental in seizing me. Bleeding ballpoint pronouncements in Bic black ink, calling the salvation I had bitten back on point at the brink from every word I had yet learned to articulate as sister studious, daughter dutiful, fast friend. I wailed my secrets into being between them, caught my guard on its way up and learned to let it sink enough to open wide to scrutiny. That dreaded critique embedded in our folk routines, that snap, clap, applause for my audible dreams, my screams exhaled at low volumes that sound like poems for soluble problems that dissolve into spit, sweat, and tears. See, I've hailed this art at high time to grind mountains down to molehills, learning that perception is everything and the love is deafening. It rings in my ears. Dwenemen was instrumental in keeping me aligned with freedom, teaming the virtue I amount to in my own esteem, giving bold form to the idea that this sacred African key held a personal appeal for strength, humility, learning, and wisdom. United under the quadrant symmetry of the ram horn symbol that spoke to my far-crying instincts. My ancestral link in these windswept prairies is an emblem sewn onto my heart, a closely kept call to arms, waging peace on my soul, a mantra of respect, reconciling my own ignorance of the languages of the Black diaspora with a pledge to see farther with these tools, to learn the use of coded image. Being Black never felt so good as when I awoke to the history within me, the depth of the lineage that I now speak through, talking a blue streak so wide and deep that it rivals the sky, only finding relief on gray days or clear nights, swathed in the infinite stretch of stars that I am named for, shining in the distance drawn from the thought that I project. The wealth I've wrought in triumph is the ambrosia of success, and now I find myself blessed with the breath to blaze beacons for far seer seekers to glimpse that living history that breathes ancient mystery, the rhyme to my reason. Thank you. All right, I got a couple more for you. I'm gonna barrel right through them. So that was the introductory piece. It's in my book. I have a book. You can find it at denseverse.net on the interwebs. This one is called, well, I guess I'll just do it. This one is called Underbelly of an Origin Story. It's dedicated to all my diaspora peoples. And it goes like this. It was those bloody royals who sent the officers of deceit to ride us down and split our families from their trees, those blue sanguine who laid us low in row upon row of anguished soul, counted our severed heads, bowed at the behest of the crown under the guise of loyalty, flown into our homes in the fell form of overbold bullet spit to turn the bones of my people to crack sediment and stone. Even as we worked our straight backs into the curved furrows of the land, plodded slowly, stood merciless under our own whipping syllables that glanced off neighboring shoulders, braced to bear the weight of brazen whispers, tended by elders' ghosts in the embers of Africa, ablaze, dismembered, disfigured, dismayed, yet close. Emboldened by a laborer's language, syllables that survived the awkward coming out of the word laborish in my pride open mouth that had wrapped itself around that Jamaican slang for local tongues, the sum of a lost record that clung to the hearts and shouts of the intrepid one people. My pen began the end of my longest known drought as I inked the crooked shadow of the one steeple. I've wrested, swallowed, and bested the pointed doubt that severed the hallowed heads of my ancient family from the deeply held meaning of my eventual dowry, altering the currency from the pound to our freedom's challenge of those sickly abhorrent assumptions they brought us each time they claimed to have bought us as though we never deserved a home. The jewels that kept as reminders of the richness of our lands became emblematic of the cold clench of Elizabethan hands, burdened by the turning of our skulls, and clammy Shakespearean palms, withholding alms so affably calm in the still of the guilt. While our matriarchal warlord, Nanny of the Maroons, had us heated in the pursuit up steep slopes past deadly sinkholes into impassable lands, she ran a freedom circuit into the cockpit country, dangerous effrontery, fastest known to woman, tracking the soot of destroyed slave holdings, merciless on foot, glowing. So we still bolt for that glory and scream, fire! Into the dim resting threat of our royal prospects, we climb to the freedom of vantage bestowed by empire, holding down our own tongues, speaking in the healing names of our long-lost children, progeny of the fury of that falsehood of flood, that voyage over oceans that still holds spirits of our heroes in the throes of righteousness, awash in a legacy of blood. That's that. What's my time check? How much time do I have left? Do I have time for one more? Yeah? Good. Just keeping it real informal here. All right, I have one more for y'all. This one is called Landing. It's my attempt at a land acknowledgement. It's my attempt at an acknowledgement of my predecessors, my ancestors, and the future as well. So this is it. It's called Landing. That's the last one I'm going to do. There is a place in my heart that is too painful to mention. A known rule from home, it will moan to me as I speak to you in tones. On the edge of the threshold where the water is cursed, doors closed on the heads of the damned, near immersed in the swelter of the scene of the blister unburst, the chattel of fell design concealed glints of sunburst. Thrust their bodies into the abandon of would-be truths denied, abused, discarded, and decried, bound in the bloodthirsty roiling of a continental lie, saw their ancestors fly into the storm of their own shuttering eyes, concealing the heat of ore in rage-red smolder, groaning in its warp that kept the calm of resign and the passion of rebellion, giving nuclei to atomic creations, coaxing bone memory from Atlantic skeletons, the seat of the souls of nations risen in the form of children born only to die. Living on in a brandished, blanched lie, we took on the heat of the cauldron of sear and hiss. We drink deeply now down to our bones, and by the dint in our wrist turn the gestures of livelihood into signs of a stylish diss. Smiling with teeth made of enamel formed in the molten armor of our ancestors' marrow, whose captive entanglement was chained to the vile sonorant lie of a low origin in the burr brambles of mere moment upon moment upon moment upon moment, until it became time for us to realize that we are the stolen who found a home with an open stride in the rise of distant tides that call our eyes to dizzying rounds, that allow the scope and breadth for the drumming up of a calculated guess at what made the message we acknowledge with that fondness on our lips and caution in our fingertips. Each time another rebel bleeds hello, smiling through reddened teeth to keep hell beneath us, questioning its realness for the dignity of lurid, uttered curses, administered as curatives pulled from the sticks we'd picked out of the onslaught, to remind us of the customs that made us save the world we've wrought under the tutelage of our mother's uterine nurture. Her voice is reverberating through the fluid purpose turned to wind as we raised our blessed heads to the din of industry and the sordid contortions of our love of land. Her molten tones that consumed all of our bronze arrogance and smelted our iron metal into the alchemy of our older luster that cloaks our newer customs, until we clustered our complaints at the footsteps of our elders and wept for their remembrance. For we had grown to know what we had been told to name as golden, the solstice, the passage of seasons, and the landing of our feet from hourly drifts into the fume of cooling pits that keep charcoal in the winter and fire in the springtime, heat flung of a hearthstone that spits, so we could bask in their back-raised, brazen, protective rage, chasing the minions of the masters of none over the cliffs of our gods, who eschew the words some of us now use for them, and reduce our slavering enemies to lovable earth, petrified in its birth. Nurtured by our thirst, we seek water, and curse what errs in our hearts for calling the cold, stainless tap of the metronome of lack our benefactor, drinking deeply of disaster to decipher its craft and unmake its math, even as it leaves us running over broken land, tongues uncracked. My proud heaving chest My eyes, my yes man behest, less agreement than imperative pressure. My sachet in salute to the way my mother still walks defiantly past the tyrant screams built into the dreams of every immigrant queen, of every common castle built with uncommon hustle, lunging toward the affront of danger with billow and blaze that burn lasting warning into her children, who gather and rally to back down disaster at the sound of her grave, deepening laughter that buried Babel to the rafters, time and time again built this friend. So for my first friend, so I'll follow in her footsteps and track those of our people further back than the unholy steeple and the blasphemous flail. I'm a child of a war, a lover of raw strength worked into supple sound, the voices in the round that are guided by stars and ruled only by a broken conch that lost the wail of the ocean's want, that had crested its foam and froth over the wrath of our brutal crossing, that cannot softly sing another echo into the ears of the desperate bent over their own withdrawn affluence, starved for the sound of landing passage that will summon marrow to mourn in the birth of new words for known, that can have us all speak new words for home. That's it. Thank you, North Country Fair. Woo!
Dweneman, one more time. So good, so good, so good to be here. So good to be here with you all, in here and out there. I believe we're going to get an old friend of the fair. Oh, yeah, that's kind of how it happens at the fair. Sometimes you get the stage managing job. You spend a lot of time on the land, going around, looking for people, finding things. It goes like that a lot. Well, have no fear, friends. I'm sure you can't be far. Thankfully, the Starlight Room is a lot smaller than the land in Drift Pile. And like, if somebody's at their tent and they're lost, they're a long way away. But if here at the Starlight Room, it's not far. It's not far. Oh, friends, I'm so excited to welcome these next artists to the stage. It's been so cool hanging out here, watching these slideshows, and just watching so many friendly faces of people that I love coming up on screen. And here's a man who's already appeared on this slideshow, I'm sure, many times, because he's appeared on the stage at the North Country Fair more times than we can count, probably. What do you think, Bill? There's been a few. Any idea? Like, I think the North Country Fair started in 1979. Any idea when was your first fair? 1980. Wow. Was it in Spruce Point at that time? No. Right in town. Yeah. Oh, okay. Did you go to Spruce Point?
Yes.
Yeah. When was that then? That would have been like after that?
My sincerest apologies. One moment, please.
That also happens at the North Country Fair. I've seen it. I can say on good authority it's happened. Some friends, I've heard from some friends who are actually up at Spruce Point right now, and if they're watching, man, enjoy. That must be nice.
Can you find the mic? There we are. Oh, yeah, nice. Yeah, thank you.
Well, friends, this next act needs no introduction because he's well known to all of you, but I'm going to introduce him anyway. I'm going to introduce this guy. This is Paul Steffels. I just met him today. He's a great guitar player. And this guy, I'm going to let him take it away, but y'all know him, y'all love him. He's played the North Country Fair more times than I can even imagine. I'm sure more than 40, even though, yeah, it's got to be like 50, 60 times. I'm going to say, yeah, 70 times probably.
Million in my mind, 60 million times. I love it.
How you feel, Bill? Pretty good. Okay, I'll get out of the way. Please welcome Bill Bourne and Paul Steffes.
Heard the voice of love it say, come on to me, I am the way. To keep your hand on the plow, hold on. So if my day gets black as night, I'll know that love it is my light. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Talk it up, baby. Shout, nobody here can put me out. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. I know that love, it suits me well. I tried it on at the gate of hell. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Your hand on the plow, hold on, hold on, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, yeah. Chilly and wide, love lives on every side. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Oh, and the river is chilly and cold, chills the body but not the soul. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, yeah, yeah. Hold on, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on, yes. Hold on, yeah, people, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow, hold on. Keep your hand on the plow. We do love the North Country Fair and all the people that go there. We love this place. We miss it so much. So we're so happy to be here then. Okay. I wrote this in early January. Goes like this. Old sun near the ground, and the snow is lying round. Hunker down, stay warm, hunker down. When the green turns to brown and the mercury goes down, hunker down, stay warm, hunker down. Hunker down, stay warm, hunker down. Hunker down, stay warm, hunker down. Hunker down, play guitar, sing along, stay warm like you are. Hunker down, stay warm. Yeah, stay warm, baby. Old sun burning down, and it's hot down on the ground. Hunker down, stay cool, hunker down. On a hot summer day, find a place in the shade and hunker down, stay cool, hunker down. Hunker down, stay cool, hunker down. Hunker down, stay cool, hunker down, yeah. Hunker down, play guitar, dance along, stay cool like you are. Hunker down, stay cool. Hunker down, stay warm, hunker down. Hunker down, stay warm, hunker down. Down, play guitar, sing along, stay warm like you are. Hunker down, stay cool. Dr. Law, how can it be? Can arrest anybody? But old man McShady, he's a bad one. He's a bad man, old man McShady. He was a bad man. He's got to learn to love. Homeboy told McShady, please don't take my life. I got 2 little babies and a dear loving wife. Oh, he's a bad one. He was a bad man, old man McShady. He was a bad man. He's got to learn to love. Well, what do I care about 2 little babies, dear loving wife? You will be eating jam all the rest of your natural life. Oh, he's a bad one. Was a bad man, old man McShady. He was a bad man. He got to learn to love. said, you'll eat mine or you'll get none at all. He was a bad man. He was a bad man, old man McShady. He was a bad man. You gotta learn to love. Oh, Dr. Law, how can it be kind of rust everybody? But old man McShady's a bad one. He's a bad man, old man McShady. He was a bad man. He's got to learn to love. He gotta learn to love. He's got to learn to love. Just got to learn to love. That's all. He's gotta learn to love. Yeah, love, 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 love. He was a bad man. He's gotta learn to love. Go ahead, baby, take us home. That's all. He was a bad man. One more. You got time for one more? Quick one? Yeah? Good. Well, we would love to play for hours and hours. We never get to play music enough. It seems like musicians, we have a thirst for it. But I'm telling you the truth. It's wonderful to be able to at least know that there's NCF folks out there listening, even though there's only a crew here, a scant crew, and we're all social distancing and being very cautious and careful about all of that. Without the people, music is kind of empty. And so thank you for filling it up. Thank you so much. Thanks to all the people playing today too. And the Starlight Room and Tyson and all the crew. And Laurie from the North Country Fair. Together all you people now, dance and celebrate. Leave the past behind you now. Your brother's love is dear. Together we will overcome. Dance and celebrate. Freedom from the evil one. Your sister's love is dear. Dance and celebrate, yeah. Dance and celebrate, yeah. Dance and celebrate. The Prince of Peace is here. All the nations of the world dance and celebrate. Peace and joy come from the word. Your brother's love is dear. We don't study war no more. Dance and celebrate. And we'll welcome out our neighbor's door. Your sister's love is dear. Dance and celebrate. Dance and celebrate. Dance and celebrate. The Prince of Peace is here. Trouble here. Yeah. Oh, little children laugh and play, oh, dance and celebrate. Little children show the way to take away your tears. Dance and celebrate, yeah. Dance and celebrate, yeah. Dance and celebrate, your brother's love is dear. We are dance and celebrate, yeah. Oh, dance and celebrate. Wanna dance and celebrate, the Prince of Peace is here. Thank you so much. All the best, everybody. Thank you. Thank you, Scott Cook.
Bill Bourne and Paul Steffes, make some more noise for them. Man, that's what the North Country Fair sounds like. Oh my, I even had a little dance and celebrate. That felt pretty good. I think that's the first time I've danced to a song that some human being was playing live in a long, long time. Wow. Exciting, thrilling. One more time, please. Bill Bourne and Paul Steffes bringing the spirit of the land to us, even though we're far away. Well, stoked to bring up this next artist. He has moved to Edmonton a few years back, and last year performed at the North Country Fair for his very first time. Was it everything that you dreamed it would be and more? I figured so. It always is. Many people have been in touch with me about what's going on during this pandemic and what are you doing to keep yourself occupied in that? And artistic people are creative and flexible folks, as evidence right here at the Starlight Room. We can't have shows. Now we got Starlight sessions. People are thinking on their feet, and this next performer is an example of that. He's set up a thing called circus2go.com. During the pandemic, he'll come to your house this summer. You'll have a circus show right at your house. Amazing. Listen, see what you're in for, and then log on and make it happen. Oh man, it's so. If only you people at home could see how amazingly technological this thing is. There's like hamsters running in wheels. There's dogs on bicycles. It's amazing. There's so much tech going on behind the scenes, you wouldn't believe it. All right, I'm going to introduce this next performer. I'm happy to tell you he's traveled all over the world. He has worked with Just for Laughs. You may have heard of that. And one time, John Cleese said hello to him. Please welcome the great Balanzo.
Thank you. Hello, thank you. So yes, I'm a bit different. Today I will be doing some circus and comedy. So what that means is that if something is not funny, then that is the circus part. I think there will be lots of circus today. Check. So, it's a great show. I have seen my show before. I will do a warm-up, and then I will show you some of my best performances from my whole life, including ping pong and a human Jenga with something very special on top of my face. So that's it. I will do my warm-up, and here we go. So honored to be doing this. For much of my life, I performed in my living room, and now my dreams have come true. Now I'm just in many living rooms. So here we go, the warm-up. Always good to warm up. Whoa. Okay. In this circus, you have elegance and danger. You always smell a rose with your nose. Hop. Warm up. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Applauso. Stop. Applauso. Stop. Applesauce. Okay, something more exciting. Elegance and danger. Hop. Okay, here we go. Hop. Oh yeah, I am pretty amazing. Applause. Wait. Oh, something bigger, bigger. Thank you. Okay. Hup. Some of these things you can try at home with the dishes. For the children's, hup. Let's try a one hand. Hup. Blazo. Okay. Okay. Oh.
My lover said goodbye. I said the moon of Kentucky, keep on a shining. Shine on the one that's gone and let me blue. I said blue moon of Kentucky, keep on a shining. Blue moon of Kentucky, shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. I said blue moon of Kentucky, keep on a shining. Blue moon of Kentucky, shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Well, it was on one moonlit night, the stars shining bright, whispered on high. My lover said goodbye. I said blue moon of Kentucky, keep on a shine. Blue moon of Kentucky, shine on the one that's gone and left me blue. Left me blue. Left me blue. Left me blue.
Thank you so much. So, if you've ever seen the Carolines before, we tell this story a lot, but it's sort of how we came to be, really. So, the three of us ladies were in a different band. It used to be called the Kit Kat Club, and then it was called the Top 10 Show and Review. And we got to sing this song one time and decided that was not enough. So, we had to make a whole band just so we could perform it again. This one's called Sincerely.
Sincerely, say you'll be mine.
Thank you so much. There was a couple summers that we did some cowboy poetry festivals. We went around to a few of them, and one of the guys there said, "This country music is great, but we need more cowboy music." And we weren't sure what the difference was. And then he suggested this song to us, and it became very clear: this is cowboy music.
See them tumbling down, pledging their love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed. Cares of the past are behind. Nowhere to go but I'll find just where the trail will wind. Drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed. I know when night is gone that a new world's born and I'll keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed. I know when night is gone that a new world's born and dawn. Keep rolling along. Deep in my heart is a song. Here on the range I belong, drifting along with the tumbling tumbleweed.
Thank you so much.
I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep the ends out for the tie that binds. Because you're mine, I'll walk the line. I find it it very, very easy to be true. I find myself alone when day is through. Yes, I'll admit that I'm a fool for you. Because you're mine, I walk the line.
Thank you so much. That was the last drop of water.
Uh-oh. Oh, one. We got time for one more.
Okay. Okay.
Just give her.
I'm clean, or?
Yeah, girl. Okay. We got a song about. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say thank you so much for having us. This is our first time playing music together in a very long time as a full band, and it's really nice.
Thank you, everyone.
Got a new washing machine, makes my things nice and clean. Then I put them around and round, and it dries them all out. I hate messes, you know they make me upset. Whereas I used not to mind them, but I'm clean, I never go back to my dirty old ways again. I'm clean, I never go back to my dirty old ways again. Sister rolls skates all over town. Keeps it up when the sun goes down. Said I wouldn't, but I wanna be true. I'll keep my promise to you. Might not be the most fun, it'll pay off in the long run. I'll be fine. I'll see if I can make it through my first week, but I'm clean. I'm clean. I never go back to my dirty old ways again. I'm clean. I never go back to my dirty old ways again. Lock my door, keep out those I knew before. They keep coming anyway. I just turn them all away. I close the blinds, I throw the shades. They come knocking anyway. I pretend I'm not home. They don't go very far. They get down right there in the yard. But I'm clean, I never go back to my dirty old ways again. I'm clean, I never go back to my dirty old ways again.
much.
Like the North Country Farallines. I was there. You took us there. We were there. We even had a dance. It felt like the real thing. Thank you. Wow. All right. Well, listen, I'm going to play you a couple songs. Peter and the Wolves are going to get set up. My friend niece is about to blow your minds after I'm done. But here, I think I want to play you this one. If I got some sound. Hey, that's good. It gave me a chance to retune. Can we please hear it? I know that the people I'm asking to applaud for the staff of the Starlight Sessions are half staff of the Starlight Sessions, but can we hear it for the Starlight Sessions? You guys are doing an amazing job. And I couldn't believe how you guys got that drone to fly over the North Country Fair. That's amazing. Thanks for doing that. Going up to the country, come on along. Going up to the country, come on along. Well, we're gonna leave behind our phones and watches, slip into our beards and mustaches, swim in our birthday suits, dance and get a little loose. If you got the gin, I got the juice, come on along. All this staring at a screen can't be good, except right now. Let's go out into the trees and burn some wood. We're gonna dirty up our hands, abandon our elaborate plans. If you hear me and you understand, come on along. Going up to the country, come on along. Well, we're gonna learn things that can't be put in books, hang our hats on Mother Nature's hook, sit by a stream and have a think, wash my face in Mother Nature's sink. We got lots to eat and drink, come on along. Well, good people, I believe for what it's worth, we're gonna make a little heaven right here on earth. The Carolines will be singing, Peter and the Wolves will be swinging. I got a new tent I'm bringing, come on along. Going up to the country, come on along. But I gotta warn you people, you know I've been known to hold hands and dance around in a circle. It's true. In fact, I just might even wear purple. And there'll be cowboys and hippies waltzing together. There'll be a whole lot of I haven't seen you in forever. If you can take the weather, come on along. Well, and it must be about 20-something years ago by now. A light went on in my head that never went out. I saw how it all fit together with room for me. Knew I'd always find family. Ain't that a lucky place to be? Come on along. Well, if you still don't understand, somebody gonna take you by the hand. They'll say, welcome home, my friends. Welcome home. Welcome home. Ain't this just about all there is to life? The mornings, the days, the evenings, and the nights. If you got love, you don't need a lot. Every day is a gift you got. So whether you're supposed to work or not, come on along. going up to the country. Come on along, going up to the country, yeah. Come on along. Woo yourselves. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Hey, I think I might just step aside and get you on up here. Yeah, it's that time. Thank you, friends. I am very excited to introduce this next performer. Oh, well, would you look at that? Would you look at how everybody's working to keep you safe? It's good, isn't it? Can we have some more love for the staff of the Starlight Sessions? Keeping everybody safe. This next performer just auditioned. I am excited to tell you this. She auditioned for the Great Canadian Baking Show on Monday. It's true. It's true. And we wish her the best. Is there any way we can vote for you in that? Uh-huh. Well, now that we've got the reins of this North Country Fair Starlight Sessions social media machine, we really ought to just, you know? Yeah, we want to see her on TV, do we not? Take it to the top, Denise. You got it. I've had her cheesecakes, and I can say she's got what it takes.
Punch you. It's true. I don't wear makeup. And yes, indeed, I'm 42. And I'm going to take up my deserved space all while making tiramisu. Thank you so much. This next poem is about when you have a nemesis, which I've never had my whole life until now as an adult woman, so neat. And but you know, I don't like to be mean, so when I want to write something about that person, I turn them into an animal. And this one's called Creeping Cougar. Beware of the creeping cougar, a creature you ought not trust, a supposed friend in the field, but would eat any one of us. Gina or Gina, no matter how you slice it, one thing's for certain, she'll serve you with a rice dish. 7 days a week, she creeps and creeps through wavy tall grass, then bam! Right upon your ass. Just another multi-faced cat trying to stay fat on other successes and colossal messes. Get off my lawn. Thank you. All right, we're going to keep in the animal theme here because we can. This one I wrote for the North Country Fair last year. And I had a whole band backing me up, so let's do it this way. Dipped a Kit Kat stick into mushroom dust magic and then entered the zoo around 10:22. I felt a state of shock around a hot mossy rock starring 2 napping lions pining for a way out. As mothers push strollers discussing nap times and getting older, so loud you might as well shout. You think these hippos here give a fuck? I doubt it. So I got low and slow to calm the sketched out meerkats looking wafer thin as the wolves passed by again and again and again. Zebras in cages on glorious spring mornings. So boring. Let's get them brunching with the ostriches instead, for we all know the gorillas here are all well fed. I want to sneak them all out of their cages of doom. I promise you, little buddies, we'll be out of there by noon. I'm pretty sure I got the space. City Zoo. Escape. I really was high on mushrooms in the zoo at 10 a.m. It's a true story. I lost my lighter. I was only going to smoke a joint, but they don't sell lighters in the gift shop. Fuck that. Parental guidance. Feeling fine, standing in line, and I go to hand over my ID, and this here bouncer's just standing and staring at me. Why? Was I your babysitter in 1993? With blonde, soft curls and tight, torn pants, I can sense his itch to instigate romance. No chance. See, darling, I'm not sure how else I can write. Sorry, Tyler, but your mom's more my type. Apologies, is it Ryder? Don't be mad I'm up inside her, and 'tis a shame about your luck. Then heard I will watch Food Network, and most likely... But hey, it's okay, so you hit on a dike. It frees up your time to find new chicks and do cool tricks on your bike. Because, sorry, Tyler, but yes, your mom's more my type. These are just fast little guys. Okay, this is a poem that I do late at night on Firefly stage after Swear by the Moon, when everyone's all rowdy and I'm the MC and I gotta keep them entertained while they set up the next band. It's called Taco Tuesday. Some of you may know this. It could be a sing-along, whatever you want to do. I don't care, it's your festival. Hunkered between two trees, a couple of tacos between my knees. But I'm sitting by myself. I'm dropping lettuce on my tit shelf. Hey, 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 it must be Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. I found some sour cream on my skirt, and I think I'm late for work. But maybe I should quit, 'cause these tacos are the shit. Yay, 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 it's Taco Tuesday. Now I'm knocking hard shells in the wind, and I don't suggest giving it a spin, for a passerby will surely stare when you're eating paper or your own hair. Meh, 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 it's Taco Tuesday. Yeah! Now it's getting real hot outside. I think I'll call my ex-lover tonight, 'cause I'm needing something shady. Ain't nothing shadier than that lady. Still stay till next Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. Yeah, thanks, Scott. But wait. It ain't Tuesday. It's Saturday. It's summer solstice day. Taco Tuesday. All right. How's my timing? Am I done? Okay, sure. Okay, I wrote one this morning a little bit. I had a couple lines in May, and I wrote a couple lines today. I wasn't going to do it, but if we have time to do it, I'm going to try it. It's a Nanise take on a bit of a serious poem, I guess. So I'm going to use my prop doobie because I know the rules. At the fair, I'm allowed to light it, but I won't because I respect it. Many, many days in May, I'd ride. Occasional mornings, crossing the blue Dawson Bridge, I've cried. My horizontal feelings won't stand tall. I fail and fall. I fail and fall. I fail and fall. You know, that's all I remember. So that's okay. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? All right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know what? My last line before I go, because I think I'm done. But I had so much fun. But my last thought is, a glass top stove is not conducive for a dreamer.
Thanks, buddy. Way to respect the premises. Isn't it great though that you can have that on TV? I mean, we can call this TV, right? So these two joints were hanging out, and the one joint said to the other joint, "Hey, man, remember when we used to be buds?" Legal joke nowadays. Oh man, I'm so excited to see this next band. You know what? This year at the North Country Fair would have been their first year at the North Country Fair. And I'm not talking like first year to play it. That's what it was gonna sound like too, is pretty amazing. It's like next level. They're really, I mean, there's rockabilly and there's psychobilly and then there's that. It's gonna be crazy. No, what I was saying was not just their first year to play the fair, but their first year to even see the North Country Fair. And I'm telling you, have any of you laid eyes on the North Country Fair yet? Oh man, 2021, it's all gonna come true. You see this. I mean, you see these slides here, you see these people on stage, and they look really like well put together and stuff, but see those people? That's what it's all about. You see those beautiful people? That's what it's all about. Where's Crazy Chris when you need him? Really? Sometimes at North Country Fair, you get to actually play until the stage runs out of gas. I've seen it happen a couple times. Usually like, you know, around 4 or 5 in the morning, like the stage just runs out of gas. Mad Bomber Society ran out of gas one year. I remember that. Thanks for the heads up on the, I feel way better in this position. I feel way safer like this. So last year at the North Country Fair, I decided to host a comedy open mic on the Reed stage, and late at night. And there was a lot of people came up and told jokes, and they were really surprisingly clean and decent. Those jokes, I appreciated them all. But my favorite one, well, it goes something like this: there's a man walking through a field, and he's been walking for quite a while when he comes to a river, and he's like, oh, I don't see how I can get across this thing. He looks one way down, he doesn't see any bridge. He looks the other way, he doesn't see a bridge. You know, the river looks pretty deep, and it's rushing pretty fast, and he can't really ford it, you know. But he sees a guy on the other side of the river, and he's like, hey, how do you get to the other side of the river? And the guy looks, he's like, you are on the other side of the river. Thanks. That was the circus part of the show. I would say this hurts me more than it hurts you, but it wouldn't be true. I've been learning to play the upright bass, but mine doesn't do that. Man. When I play it, it just goes boom, boom, boom. It doesn't do that. Yeah, it doesn't do that.
All right.
Can I take my finger out of my ear? Okay.
Check. 3.
Yeah.
I think that's all right.
Yeah. That's right.
All right. Well, let's just
check.
Yeah. Seems good up here. Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Oh, without further ado, friends and fair family, please welcome Peter and the Wolf.
1, 2, 3.
She was trying to play it cool, but her eyes were all full of pride. But then along came something like a crazy beat, and I say it's alright. But then to my surprise, I turn and she cries, "Ooh, there's a wolf man out tonight. It was a wolf man." We started running. Whoa, I got away, man. And I looked and my baby was gone. and that's all that I know. If you're gonna count on me, don't lose it. Let me hold you tight. Don't lose it. I reckon you're gonna see a few more lonely nights. Don't lose it. Of any little thing that I could lose. Never gonna lose it. Never gonna lose the groove. Ooh, and I'm never gonna lose it. Never gonna lose the groove. Don't lose it. Thank you, folks. This one's called Hot Foot Woman. 1, 2, 3, 4. How do you like it when you get this beat? Are you beating with the rhythm? Are you stuck in your seat? There's a little wiggle room open on the dancing floor. I wanna see a woman get your toes on fire. Hot foot woman in my soul desire. Said a hot foot woman never gets cold for feet. Well, I see you over there in the corner of my eye. Your hips are singing rhythm and you move so fine. Never seen a gal who looks so good to me as a rockin' baby with the red hot feet. Come on, baby, this moves your soul. You gotta get up and join the stroll. Let me move you closer with a little bit of rock and roll. Oh, I said a hot foot woman by beginning to end. You're the best man in the rockin' man. I said a hot foot woman never gets cold for feet. I see you over there in the corner of my eye. Your hips are singing rhythm and you move so fine. Never seen my gal, never look a geek. As a little baby with the red hot feet. Well, she's burning, baby, 3 pieces of little blues. Yeah, I'm burning, baby, burning up over you. Hot foot woman from beginning to end. You're the best friend, you a rockin' man. I said a hot foot woman never gets cold cold feet. Hey, yeah, well, a hot foot woman never gets cold cold feet. Ooh, yeah, baby, hot foot woman never gets cold cold feet. Thank you. This one's called When You're Traveling Light. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll up your slacks, there's no time to pack. You can leave the rest behind. It's no use, you got the same old shoes, and they're still walking just fine. When you got more liquor than luggage and a place to stay the night, it don't matter much what you got when you're traveling light.
Well, I put on my coat and I hit the road with the bag in my left hand. What I brought wasn't room for a lot. Now I think I understand.
When you got more liquor than luggage and a place to stay the night, it don't matter much what you got when you're traveling light. some town with good folks around, a piano everywhere I lean. When you got more liquor than luggage and a place to stay the night, it don't matter much what you got when you're traveling light. It don't matter much what you got when you're traveling light. It don't matter much what you got when you're traveling light. Thank you. I hope you're enjoying my songs. Everything you've heard I've written. And here's one by, well, my favorite rock and roller and the best there ever was, Richard Penniman, Little Richard. This one's called The Girl Can't Help It. Hey, yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. Oh, when she walks by, the men folk get in grow. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. When she winks at night, the bread slice turn to toast. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. Well, she got a lot of what they call the mold. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. The girl can't help it, she was born a teen. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. And if she's got a figure made to squeeze, can't help it, the girl can't help it. Won't you kindly be aware, the girl can't help it, the girl can't help it. Yeah, she can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl can't help it. She can't help it, the girl. Oh, and she mesmerizes every mother's son. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. When she smiles, beefsteak become well done. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. Well, she made Grandpa feel like 21. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. Oh, the girl can't help it, she was born a teen. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. And if I go to her on bended knee, can't help it, the girl can't help it. Won't you kindly be aware that I can't help it? I can't help it because I'm hoping, obviously, that someday the answer will be the girl can't help it. She's in love with me. Can't help it, the girl can't help it. Thank you. Now this is mine called Avalanche. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Oh, well, I saw somebody that I used to love last night. Oh, looking in her eyes, it didn't cut me like a knife. Oh, what a crazy thing to fall out of love. I took a bang, my heart from a woman's love. Now I don't need a woman to make me cry, and I don't need a woman to see me at night. But the very first second that you asked me to dance, I'm falling like an avalanche. Well, you rock me, baby, ooh, and away I roll. Well, mountaintop mama done away my soul. What a crazy thing that a baby can love me so. Oh, no, I don't need a woman to make me cry, and I don't need a woman to see me at night. But the very first second that you ask me to dance, I'm falling like an avalanche. Take it down, baby. I'm falling like an avalanche. 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 But the very first second that you asked me to dance, I'm falling like an avalanche. Well, I'm falling like an avalanche. 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 Very first second that you asked me to dance, baby, I'm falling like an avalanche.
Jailbird.
I'll tell you about my little jailbird Josephine. 99 days since she's been gone, locked up tight behind a great big door again, sleeping every night with her head by the phone. Now that's my bed, baby. She's jailbird Josephine. Big house got her by the ball and chain. My bed, baby, sing jailbird Josephine. Caught in the act with no one to blame. Anytime Josephine goes out on parole.
Jailbird Josie, Jailbird Josie.
Officer says, Josie, you better wash that tongue.
Jailbird Josie, Jailbird Josie.
Well, sooner or later she's gotta get rough, and before she knows it, it's back in her cuffs. She gets in deep and goes down, down, downtown. Turn out right, that's a jailbird Josephine. I can't help it, I love her so. If you find yourself another jailbird Josephine, lost my baby long time ago. Now that's the end of my story about jailbird Josephine. Big house got her by the ball and chain. My baby sings jailbird Josephine. Caught in the act with no one to blame. Caught in the act with no one to blame.
This one's called Smokey in the Kitchen. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, sorry, it's wrong key. Wrong key. That's it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, pour a little spice in my pot. My baby's by the oven and she's smoking hot. She's cooking up something I'm longing for. It's smoky in the kitchen and I want some more. Well, she's cooking up something almost every night. Smoking up the bedroom in the morning light. Open up the pot, baby, I'll start to pour. It's smoky in the kitchen and I want some more. Well, there's smoke, there's a red hot flame. Set me on fire and it'll smoke just the same. My smell was cooking and I melt like ice. So serve me up some more of your loving tonight. I pour a little sugar in my bowl. Well, in the kitchen doing the rock and roll. I never smelled anything like this before. It's smoky in the kitchen and I want some more. There's smoke, there's a red hot flame. Set me on fire and it'll smoke just the same. The smell was cooking and I melt like ice. So serve me up some more of your loving tonight. Pour a little sugar in my
Thank you. We got 2 more quick little songs for you. This one's called Just an Empty Bottle from the Ride. We've been recording a whole bunch of these new songs, so stay tuned to us and you'll see when they're coming out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going downtown, wanna rip it up tonight. And I brought just a bottle from the road. Now I've been bounced out and they want me out of sight. Hey, listen, man, I'm just trying to rock and roll. So take a look in my bag. Oh, you won't find nothing I ain't never had. Say I'm wrong, say I lied. Well, it's just an empty bottle from the ride. If I'd have tossed out that old bottle on the way, I never would have ended up out here. Now I've been locked out, they won't listen when I say, just let me in and I'll pay for the beer. So take a look in my bag. Oh, you won't find nothing I ain't never had. Say I'm wrong, say I lied. Oh, it's just an empty bottle from the ride. So take a look in my bag. Oh, you won't find nothing I ain't never had. Say I'm wrong, say I lied. Well, it's just an empty bottle from the ride. So take a look in my bag. You won't find nothing I ain't never had. Say I'm wrong, say I lied. Well, it's just an empty bottle from the ride. I said it's just an empty bottle from the ride. Ooh, yeah, it's just an empty bottle from the ride. Thank you very much. We're Peter and the Wolves from Calgary, Alberta, and it's such a pleasure to be here with all you talented folks, and thanks North Country Fair for doing this and everyone involved. This one's called Sunday Monday Blues. That Sunday like the ice cream. And it's been our pleasure. Thank you, folks. See you around soon. 1, 2, 3. I made a date with my baby on a Monday to go down to the Sunday shop. 'Cause Monday don't have to be a bad day when she's my little cherry on top. Well, I thought that we were having such a good old time. Well, up she got and off she flew. Where have I gone wrong now? She's long gone. Sunday, Monday blue. Could it have been something that I said last night? Could it have been something I did wrong? Could it have been that other fella standing Thank you very much. Is there time for one more? Oh, really? Okay. Way to left too. Thanks. I'm gonna play the piano here. You wanna play it? Sure. Oh, I forgot my glasses. All right, this is another new one. It's called Hurry Hurricane. We recorded a video of this recently in my living room on VHS. True story. All right. Now this is here we go. That's just right. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Can't get enough ever since you came. So hurry, 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 hurricane. You got a way to keep me off of my feet, and I never wanna go nowhere. If I could love you every day of the week, I think I'd been out of despair. I fell in love like a hurricane, blew my roof and down came the rain. I can't get enough ever since you came. So hurry, 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 hurricane. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Well, you blew away my cellar door, now I'm up in a tornado. If I could love you, baby, anymore, I think I'd spin out of control. I fell in love like a hurricane, blew my roof and down came the rain. I can't get enough ever since you came. So hurry, 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 hurricane. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Well, you came right through my front door, now I'm burning with desire. Keep me trading more as the water gets high. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Hurry, hurry, hurricane. Can't get enough ever since you came. Hurry, hurry, hurricane. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Hurry, 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 hurricane. Thank you, everybody.
That's Peter and the Wolves. That concludes our scheduled programming, friends. You have been listening to, in order of appearance, Zadika, Dwineman, Bill Bourne and Paul Steffes, the great Balanzo. That's the first time I've ever seen the garden weasel used. Even like I've never even seen anyone use one in a garden. I've never. The Carolines, the amazing Denise and Peter and the Wolves. I've been your host, Scott Cook. I want to send out a huge thanks to Lori Iverson for organizing and herding these cats. And a huge thanks to Tyson and the crew here at Starlight Sessions for making it happen. It wouldn't have happened if this wasn't already happening. Tune in on this channel, on the Starlight Sessions channel. They got shows. They got a show tonight, as a matter of fact. Who's playing tonight? Bliss and David Shepard? Like the MLA? Heck yes, David Shepard. Awesome. Also, we want to thank Jason Boris on sound. Thanks, brother. And we want to thank the Freebird team on video. Thank you so much. We want to thank the folks up at the land who are currently taking care of the land. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing. Love to you. Love to the whole Fair family, wherever you find yourselves. I hope you will find yourself in Drift Pile next year for the 41st North Country Fair. We're going to do this thing right. See you there. Take care.